Hello, welcome to Kitten Paws. I'm Hazy or Hannah, call me whatever you want, and I will be doing my first drawing tutorial today, so I'm sorry if it's not the best. Right now I'll be showing you some of the drawings that I've made. And today we will be doing a front female profile, which is this one, as well as chibi and hair. So before we start this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you. Okay, so what you're going to need is obviously some paper. I have a new page in my sketchbook, or just a sketchbook and a blank page like I said. You will need a Sharpie, this is optional, a pencil, an eraser, and if you're using a mechanical pencil like me, you will need some lead because you will be using up a ton of lead for this, so I'd also recommend a sharpener if you use a regular pencil. I'd also recommend using a fine point Sharpie if you are planning to use one, just like this. And if you are not going to, then use a pen or don't use it at all. Okay, and let's get started. So you're going to put all of your stuff to the side for now because this is where we're going to be drawing on. So one thing that I recommend, or you basically have to do, is guidelines. Do guidelines. This is going to help you a ton when you are sketching, and it'll just make your art style a lot better. So you may not know what a guideline is, and a guideline is basically just a little circle or any type of thing just to help you make your sketch. So I make a circle for my head, so I can build the chin off of that, and then I make a little square type thingy for this so I know where the chest and where the arms will go. I can put the arms here, and then this is a guideline. I can erase this or not if I want to. I can erase this or not if I want to, but I would preferably erase the more messy guidelines. You can also make guidelines basically anywhere you want just to help you with your sketching. So I am going to erase this so we can start our sketching, and we will be doing a female front profile first. If your erasing looks like this is completely fine, because if you are going to go over in Sharpie, then that will cover it and you can erase this and then it will be less visible, especially if you do shading or something else similar. Okay, so first, like I said before, we are going to do one big circle guideline. You are going to make 2 lines at the sides of it. The longer, the more big your chin is going to be, but the shorter, the less tall. So I like my chins to be short because I especially do female profiles. It just is a little bit easier to me. So next, you're going to make kind of this. You can do this if you want for a guideline. And then you are going to make a little more curved after that. So it kind of bends into that middle. You can also make a guideline through the middle if you want. I don't do that because I've been doing art for a while and I have memorized where the middle usually is. And then you will make another line there. If these are uneven, you can just fix it like this, and then that will just be a part of your head and we can ignore this. Now that you have the main part of your head, we're going to start with the body, which is going to be down here. I will move this up a little bit so you can see. So first we're going to make the neck. You want to make it just a little bit out of this middle, enough that it looks normal. You can make it however big you want based on your character. I usually do about this size, maybe a little smaller, and that's just my art style, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, so after, you're going to make a straight line through this. It can be as long as you want, just so it looks like it's almost like the head is looking up from a table or something. So you're going to make 2 points. I'm going to do them right here, or yeah, just like that, so they're even. So this is going to be your body. You are going to make kind of a V down here, but with a straight line at the bottom. So this is going to be your chest. So just to let you know, this is all one guideline. We will make another thing over this whole thing when you're done. So feel free to be able to adjust it however you want. For example, I want the chest to be a little more wide and a little more short. So I can just do this, and then when I go over it one last time, this won't be here and this will just be around the waist. So now we're going to do the waist part. So you are going to do 2 lines out of here. This is for female again. So now you kind of make almost like some shorts. So you are going to make kind of a pointy waist and make that at the bottom. This is where your thighs are going to be. Mine will only show a little bit of it because I don't have much space for that. So now you are going to make kind of a straight line, a little like that, and there. Now I have the legs. Now we're going to make the arms. So you're going to do one straight line down. If you want to do a pose, you can try, but I am not going to for this video because I'm just getting you to know the basics. So then you're going to kind of draw a line right there. This is also a guideline. You will erase this once you have your finished project. Then this is where the the elbow is going to be. So you're going to go down a little bit more and make kind of I don't really know what this is, a triangle. So triangle, and this is where your hands are going to be. And now we can make the hands. The hands is the hardest part, so if you struggle a little bit, that is completely normal, okay? It took me a lot of times. I used to draw hands basically like that. So just make a little like this. I'm going to do just hands, like if you're drooping, they'll probably curve in. So you're going to make 3 little lines and then a little triangle thingy right here. I'm going to make 1 line to represent the finger. I usually do square-ish fingers because that is how I like to. You're going to do it on the other side. A little rectangle, 3 lines, and then a triangle where the hands curve, another finger, and then done. If you want to make any adjustments, you can. I like this. And yeah. Now we are going to start working on the face. Again, this is a harder part, just like the hands. So this may take you a few tries before you start to get the hang of it. So first, around right here, this is the middle of your head. You can make a guideline there too. So you will want to draw a half circle if you want to just have regular big female eyes. Make sure it's pretty big. So this might look like her eyes are closed right now, but they are not. If you want to have them closed, you can. I'd recommend you add eyelashes or something else like that. Now you can make the eyelashes or just like this. I make them just not much. I prefer it like this. And then after that, you're going to leave a little bit right here in the corner. So you're also going to do it on here. Like that, and then a little line right here. So now you can make the big pupil thingies right in the middle. You can make a little outline for the rest of the eyeball like this, and there. Now you have the eyes. So if you want, I can add an expression with the eyebrows. So I'm just going to make her raising an eyebrow kind of confused. And yeah. Now we can make the mouth. In my style, which is kind of anime-ish, I make really small mouths. Just like really small, cute, and simple. So first you can draw the nose. It can also be tiny because the nose usually doesn't show in anime. And then you can make just a little smile or any facial expression you want. So I like to do kind of square-ish mouths. And you can add some blush if you want. And there. After you have your face, we can start adding some hair. I like to make mine very, very cartoonish, but if you want, you can search how to make realistic hair and do that instead. So I just make little spikes, just like this. I usually make my hair pretty long because I like long hair. It's easier for me to make. You're going to make kind of a circle on top of this. And then you can make little bangs if you want. I just do like that. And then you can also make ears if you want. If you don't want them to be showing, that's completely fine. I make little square type thingies. I can draw it right here for you. Yep, just like that. Make that on both sides, right near the eye. If it's any above or below, then that will look very misproportioned and not the best. Now that we have that, we can start adding clothes. Yay! So I'm just going to make a simple polo for one of my original characters, Olive, or yeah, I'm going to do Olive. So if you want to make a polo, you're going to make two little lines right here, and then a little curve in the middle. You're going to make just little rectangles with that in the middle. You can make a little place for buttons, and I'm going to make her school logo. There. So I can also make the little, just like that for kind of a more baggy effect. And then the waist, the shirt should end at the waist unless you're doing a crop top, but I am not going to explain how to do that right now. Then for the pants, you can kind of even this out more. I am going to make a little belt, so you do two little rectangles and then belt going through. If you want, a little zipper like that. Now that we have a little outfit like that and everything done, we can start fine lining if we want. So if you're not going to, you're going to just erase all of your guidelines, especially some of those that you don't want, and then you can replace the parts that you accidentally erased with what was there. But I am going to be teaching you how to fine line things because that is how I like to do it. So you're going to take your Sharpie and you are just going to outline everything on here. So I'm going to speed this up on here so you don't have to watch me. Then once you are done doing that, you are going to erase the whole thing. Now you might be saying, no, that's going to erase all of my hard work. No, it's not. Your Sharpie is going to stay there, but if you are doing just regular, then do not do this at all. So I am erasing this right now, and it's okay if you leave a little bit. We're going to do some shading. So now you can look for any spots that you missed. So for example, it looks like I missed a little bit of the shirt and a little bit of the other side, and a little bit of the waist. So there, now you have your finished drawing, but you might want to know how to do some shading. So I am going to teach you how to do that. So you're going to just make little lines like this, or this is how I shade. I love doing it like this. So this will be the more darker side. And you're going to make almost a checkerboard, but messy. So you can do this little messy for the whole thing, but especially on the neck, you are going to color it in just like this. You can also make some texture if you want at the arms or anywhere where it bends. So on the chest a little bit, and not really anywhere else, but like I said, just color however you want. If you want to color, you certainly can. Just my style, I don't really like to. Okay, and now that I have that done, I have my finished product. So this is her. And now I will be teaching you how to do the chibi. Okay, so I have a new blank page, and for chibi, you do not need any guidelines. This is the way I do it. A lot of people do it with guidelines, but this I think is a lot cuter and simpler. So you will be doing a little, like, half oval, just like this. So an oval would be like, so you just cut that off, and there is the chin for your chibi character. So now you can make pretty big ears, just like this, but make sure some of the chin is showing inside of the ears. Just like that. Now you can make the neck. Just make it cute, simple, and again, you will not need any guidelines. So I am just going to do this, and little arms like this, and again, the polo. So this, you don't need any shading. It's supposed to be simple, cute, like I said. So now you can make the hair like I did last time. In the other, you can go back a little bit to see how I did hair. You can do the bangs. The important thing for this is doing the face last. The face is the kind of least important thing. So you can make very, very simple face. A little smile, some blush. And I don't even put noses on this. So there's your chibi character. And if you want to do hands or anything else, you'll do this for the hands, simple and cute. You always want to keep this simple and cute, these. So, yeah, and this is how you do chibi. So now you know how to draw simple front profile chibis and more realistic anime looking people. So, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!